Alright, it's a beautiful Friday morning here in Japan, in the flight simulator, and well, what do we got here in the skies? Yes, some clouds, which is something that's apparently ridiculously special today, and did you see that fighter jet just zoomed by? Yeah, hey guys, welcome back on board my iPad. Today we're gonna check out a mobile flight simulator again, you know? Flying planes on mobile devices is getting more and more popular, with better and better flight simulators coming out, like for example, Infinite Flight. Infinite Flight is probably the most popular flight simulator out there for mobile. You know, you can play this on your phone, you can play this on your Android, iPad, doesn't really matter. Now actually, even though this flight simulator is quite popular, it is very much criticized a lot because it's lacking features like 3D buildings, clouds, which we'll come to later, but also stuff, you know, like interactive cockpits. You know, these cockpits are all, you know, unusable and stuff like that. It's not particularly very, well, professional of a flight simulator for sure. So they are very keen on fixing this flight simulator, making it better, which they are, you know, in the progress of doing right now. Welcome to Japan, and as you can see, they have actual 3D buildings here, something that wasn't here before. Yeah, that's the new open beta they are coming up with. You can actually download this open beta indeed. Beta as in, this is not going to be a very stable game. It's not the finished version yet, but you can already try out the 3D buildings. And you know, in this beta now, you really have the new 3D buildings added to like 10 airports. Okay, it's actually like 21 airports. And what else you have is clouds, as you can see here. I mean, yeah, really finally adding some 3D objects besides the actual planes themselves is quite a game changer for this flight simulator, because again, it didn't have that before, quite ridiculously. And you know, this beta just came out a few weeks ago, and well, I already made a video about it, but I only talked about the 3D buildings here, and I did not mention what else there's new in this flight simulator, and that is actually the clouds. Yes, they have now added some clouds. When I say some, I mean some. Actually, here we can change the clouds here, and well, here we have the slider for the cloud layers, and well, I can already see I'm not impressed very much. Okay, see, it actually says it here, cirrus cloud layer, okay? And cirrus is only one type of cloud. There's actually, of course, many types of clouds, as you know. Cirrus clouds are only, you know, again, these very, very simple clouds that are way up there at, like, I mean, it says it here on the slider too. They're 20,000 feet at least. These are very high clouds. But clouds that are, you know, a little lower are a lot different. You know, altocumulus, we have stratus, we have normal cumulus, lenticular, Kelvin-Heim, I've never had that before, and nimbus stratus. You know what I mean? There's a lot of types of clouds, and there's only one included into the flight simulator, and really, again, it's the most simplistic ones that you just have to paint into the skies. I genuinely think, are they even moving? Are they moving? Not quite sure. I mean, you know what they could have just done is just paint the blue sky that's normally there with some white particles. That would be fun. I mean, okay, maybe they used some 3D objects. Let's actually find that out. And well, how are we gonna find that out? Yes, by flying right into them clouds indeed. Now, come aboard this 777. I think they recently added this plane here too. As I've already told you, not a, you know, interactable cockpit here, but nicely modeled, and we have some instruments that do work just like they do in real life. But yeah, overall, you know, this is okay. I mean, generally about this flight simulator, I really just appreciate that they are making an effort of making this better somewhat. At least they're trying. And so maybe like in 10 years, this flight simulator will actually have features like interactable cockpits, actually a particle system, maybe a failure engine. You know, just things that just flight simulators just normally have. You know what? I think I'm a little bit too hard on this one. I'm sorry. Let's just fly into the clouds, as I've already said. Now, I'm just gonna say, well, I'm a little spoiled by, you know, the flight simulator clouds that we have, you know, in Microsoft Flight Simulator. Actually, 3D clouds, and they are amazing to fly into and stuff like that. So, you know, getting these 2D, probably not even 2D clouds here, the cirrus clouds, probably will be a little disappointing. But alright, 3,000 more feet to go. Let's check this out and see how this is gonna go. By the way, what we don't even have yet in this flight simulator, even though we do have clouds now, is precipitation. No rain here either. Something we've had for tens of years, but that's okay. There we go. 20,000 feet, you can see. Oh, what was that? We just passed like, oh my god, this did not happen, right? Okay, let's check this out. Oh, what kind of clouds is that, dude? That's just white, plain white. Okay, that's nice. Great, that's totally how the sky looks like. Okay, it can look like that. But let's actually make it a little bit more scattered. We have it completely broken right now, the clouds. This is what it would look like if the clouds were scattered. And there are no clouds anymore. I'm talking scattered, okay? Broken? Okay. So I think there's just two modes. Totally a lot of clouds or like, you know, no clouds at all. Yeah, this is not good. I'm not impressed. I mean, you know, again, we appreciate that they're working on it, but okay. It's that's totally fine. I mean, we do have to say this is still a beta software, right? This is not at all what the finished update will look like. Maybe they'll, you know, add 3D buildings to every airport around the world in like 10 years. But that's, you know, at least it's gonna happen. All right, what else you guys wanted me to check out was the new 747 gear tilt. See, gear tilt is when the landing gear is angled and it makes the plane look smooth on landing. Scientific 001 for sure. All right, let's get this 747 now landed down here. See how that's gonna work. Come on. Oh, that's been a bad landing. Ah, and I do see there is tilted landing gear here. Maybe that's gonna make this landing look better because it's needed. Yeah, no, that was still not a butter landing. Ha, lol. Okay, rest in peace. That's quite literally it. I've already showed you the airports. They are okay. Yep, this is for example what Los Angeles airport looks like. It's I think somewhat close to real life, especially again this tower here. But what I do see is I'm not quite sure. Of course, here the resolutions, the textures aren't very good. This be a game from like 28. Yeah, this is not too good at textures, but there's some detail here too. I mean, here we go. We have some carts, but actually what we don't have is any moving cars or any moving like objects at all. Everything here is like static and stuck to the ground, and nothing is working. That's a little sad. Something I've really tried not at all yet was actually checking out the well, the lights, right? You know, let's go for nighttime. Oh, there we go. That's what LAX at night looks like. You may wonder, okay, Swiss, we do have runway lights. We can see runways. We can see some buildings. But what we still do not have is taxi lights. Which is true. This flight simulator does not have taxi lights. Yeah, that's something else that's missing for sure. We need more lights, dude. I mean, especially still the runway lights are very much unrealistic. Like, you know, there's so many lights missing to that runway. There's just barely the bare minimum. That's a little sad. I mean, look how dark this airport here is. There's a lot of light missing in general. By the way, something I wanted to find out too is if there's any way to connect these actual bridges, these gateways, to our plane. And guess what? I don't think there is actually. No way. Great. Oh yeah, maybe I'm a little bit too hard on this flight simulator. I mean, you know, this is San Francisco. It looks absolutely amazing too with the interesting tower there. Yeah. I mean, they're working on getting their flight simulator better. And they're working on adding features that have been around for years now too. It's just so many things that this flight simulator does right and so many things that it does wrong and that are missing, like taxi lights. But you know, this flight simulator has probably the best multiplayer of all. I mean, even Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 cannot hold up with the multiplayer this thing has. But that's pretty much all that this flight simulator is really good at. Yeah, I'm not quite sure. This is gonna take some time, but you know, we are at least able to participate in this change here. That's something to look forward to. Yeah, I don't know. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching today's video. The actual main topic again was the clouds, and well, no, this is not impressive. This is really just not. This is serious clouds. So thank you guys for watching today's video, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. As always, good night.
YouTube like Block, Mubarak, Junk in the Trunk, Rafal, Oman the Human, DJ Straw, Deload, Tyler Park, Ian from Osk, Garkum, Stefan Smeethofer, Moritz Wellhausen, Tuppy Cook, Great Karamba John, No to You, Laird Lama, Government Pasta, Calamity Airlines, Kelly Chaos, Philip Terrier, Signs, Maz Kaleg, Rodolfo, New York, Oli H, Blue Aviation, Cheese Doritos, Shadow.